Neptuno's down again. That heralds disaster generally for the Fusion, and Carpe wasn't far behind. Prophet with 3. He's killed 4 players now on his own.
Your Transcendence is going to be a better Transcendence, but effect!
There we go, buddy, there we go.
Taking another angle. Oh my god!
Oh, there we go, Saya. Triple kill from him. The huge plays. Just tooming up. Get out, Valiant.
It's 2018, and Blizzard's long-awaited premier franchise league is about to begin. First announced in November 2016, just over a year later, it has arrived. The beginning of the future of competitive gaming, the Overwatch League. Well, it was for a while. By 2018, Overwatch in its heyday had 40 million players worldwide. The constantly growing player base, alongside an up-and-coming competitive franchise league, which was financially backed by initial investment from massive established organisations in gaming, such as Cloud9 with London Spitfire and Envy with the Dallas Fuel. Although this was not limited to the gaming sphere, Blizzard held talks with many traditional sports team owners such as Stan Kroenke and Robert Kraft, the owners of the New England Patriots and LA Rams respectively. Just the links alone to this level of investment only brought positive attention to the Overwatch League. And the hype was eventually realised when Blizzard announced that the first 7 teams, being Boston, New York, San Francisco, the Valiant, Florida Mayhem, Shanghai and the Dynasty, had all paid from $20 to $50 million for a space in the league, although the true number is unknown. And it wasn't just fans who were excited about the Overwatch League. Twitch paid $90 million to have exclusive streaming rights of the first season. Twitch weren't the only people putting big money into the Overwatch League, with the minimum player salary for the Overwatch League in the first season being $50,000 US. The teams were forking out a lot of money. But that was just the minimum. Bigger players such as XQC and Seagull were on far higher wages than that. This was also true for other players such as Ryo Ji-hong and Carpe, who were established veterans in the South Korean Overwatch scene. For example, Ryo Ji-hong won seasons 2 and 3 with Lunatic High of Apex, one of the original LAN Overwatch competitions. But Blizzard definitely did not lack an investment. They had their own arena for Overwatch League. The Blizzard Arena, located in Burbank, Los Angeles, held 450 people, and that's where the first season of the Overwatch League would be filmed. With all of this in place, the first day of the Overwatch League began on the 10th of January 2018.
Surge used early. Dragon Strike sent straight through there. They had the combo available. Didn't need to use it. Oh, he even gets Raucous and Bonnie at the end. That is a 5K. That's a 5K Dragon Strike for Seagull.
Guys, and Mickey holding the line on the point. Go the Hero Blade. Nifty smartest target right on the Harry Hook immediately. Go! Immediately! Mickey the hero again! Turning up big here for Dallas. Philly Fusion, they've got no answers now. They can't even get onto the point. They're done. 2-0 lead for this. This is going to be the straight throwing it out there from OG, not waiting for the combo. His shatter gets denied completely by the shield. He will succeed in taking him for a ride, though. Fate getting caught in the corner, leaps back to safety. We lose Kareem, however, in the meantime. And Fate eventually just too much damage. Can't handle it. Another shatter from OG. Another shutdown for the defense. Dallas Fuel nearly get the job done. Overtime is burning, and they're just barely keeping it alive here. Los Angeles Valiant.
So it begins, more than a year in the making. It was finally time for week 1 of the Overwatch League, and the viewership did not disappoint. With a full Blizzard arena alongside 430,000 people watching online, the first game in the league's history being a long anticipated game between the best in the West, Dallas Fuel, and the Eastern powerhouse, and most commonly known as the best team in the world at the time, the Seoul Dynasty, was the one to kick off the debut season. Although all of the success or record-breaking numbers were not to last for long, as for not even a week into the start of the league season, its star boy Felix XQC Longer jail, was fined $2,000 alongside receiving a ban for the remainder of Stage 1 for allegedly using a racially disparaging emo in the Overwatch League chat. It was argued that this was aimed towards the host at the time, Malik. From here, it didn't get any better for the Overwatch League in the way of controversies for them to deal with, as this was the second time XQC was suspended, previously for making homophobic comments towards the openly gay Austin Moomer Wilmot.
Up to the fucking enemy bench of some dude that has like a broken arm, says, "Get fucked! I'll play, dude! I smoked you, dude!" No, he didn't smoke shit. No, shut your fucking mouth, go back there, suck a fat cock. I mean, he would like it.
So many games.
Not much later after this, Shanghai Dragons' Fang Undead Shao was dropped due to allegations of some harmful behaviour to his previous partners. And to round off the major problems for the Overwatch League to face in Season 1, there was a particularly detrimental one. The allegations aimed at Jonathan Dream Casper Sanchez. Two underage girls sharing screenshots of Sanchez's lewd and nude messages sent to them. Although Blizzard in the Overwatch League faced problems in Season 1, it was still an extremely successful season. Season 1 was wrapped up with a 2-0 victory for the London Spitfire over the Philadelphia Fusion at the Grand Finals held in the Barclays Center in New York. With a combined season viewership estimated at 10.8 million according to Blizzard across all official Blizzard platforms, it's safe to say the inaugural season of the Overwatch League in 2018 was a success, leading us swiftly on to Season 2, 2019.
I think fans should be excited about this season because there's a lot of new teams, which means there's going to be a lot more competitors and rising stars.
It hasn't quite hit me yet. I'm sure once I get on stage I go, oh my, I'm really here.
우리는 졌기 때문에 더 이상 내려갈 곳이 없습니다. 위로만 올라갈게요. Ever over.
I mean, yeah, obviously I'm excited. Why would you not be?
A nice headshot. Oh my no!
This crowd is on fire.
Yo, it is mad rowdy in here today, man.
And it's a swift, clean kill. Oh, that's naughty. I'm losing my mind. I can't take it anymore.
Every player has made leaps and bounds in his or her own play.
작년에 비해서 저희가 더 강해진 느낌이 받아요. 무조건 묵사받을 겁니다.
I love this. I live for this. Is this happening? You better believe it.
After the success of the first season of the Overwatch League, the second season promised some interesting changes. The viewership, as well as the consistent crowds at LAN events, had drawn additional investment and paved the way for 8 brand new expansion sides. Mixed between the East and West regions, there were Atlanta, Toronto, Vancouver, Paris and Washington in the West, as well as Hangzhou, Guangzhou and Chengdu in the East. This was a real landmark moment for the league, showing they were pushing on from the first season. Despite the introduction of these new teams and fan favourites such as the Fran to the league.
What's going on? Oh my, it's the Fran! Oh my word! I gotta ask you a question, man. What's going on? Anything you want to say to the people here in Atlanta? Let's go, dude!
The game was still losing players. For example, in January 2019, the game was sitting at 32 million active players, down from the previous January of 2018 from 40 million players, with this obviously affecting the viewership of the Overwatch League, with the Grand Finals in 2019 only getting 318,000 peak viewers, which is far off what 2018 could do. And it's safe to say the average viewers from 2018 to 2019 dropped significantly. This could be due to many factors such as people not enjoying the gameplay, of course. GOATs was a thing for pretty much 2 years, which probably put people off wanting to watch and play the game. As you can see in the image shown, people weren't a big fan of this meta. Although not all hope was lost for Overwatch League in 2019 and 2020, this is because we got our first homestand event. For example, the 4th week of Stage 2 was held at the Allen Event Center in Allen, Texas, and was hosted by the Dallas Fuel. Following this, the 5th week of Stage 3 was held at the Cobb Energy Performing and Arts Center in Cumberland, Georgia, which was obviously hosted by Atlanta Reign. And in the 5th week of Stage 4, we got the Kit Kat rivalry weekend that was held in the Novo Microsoft Center in Los Angeles. Although, due to unforeseen circumstances which sure we all know about, the Overwatch homestands could not continue, and the Overwatch League had to go online, which was a massive negative. The league lost views, and realistically, it lost a lot of its relevancy. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot more to say about this season. It was a humongous letdown in the way that homestands couldn't continue, and that the views definitely dropped, even though they put so much money and time into developing these new teams and having the expansion teams to actually grow the league, in which they unfortunately did not. Definitely set the league back just a little bit. Now, unfortunately, this is where I feel at this point is where the Overwatch League really started to take a downturn. These 2 years, 2019 and more significantly 2020, is where Overwatch really kind of died for me. Not just in the game, but especially Overwatch League. People were not watching and people were simply not interested. To compound the Overwatch League's misery at this time, they lost their Twitch deal. Opting to move to YouTube, it's not just lost many viewers, but also made the Overwatch League a harder product to find. After the dominance of San Francisco in 2019 with their GOATS meta, people were not interested in 2020. This is further reflected by Overwatch League dropping the prize money for winning the competition about $250,000. Not to mention at this time there was some more controversy revolving around Overwatch League pros. Waleed Mufin Bassel, who played for Boston Uprising, had his contract terminated by the organisation after allegations of inappropriate activity with female streamers, then revealed in a tweet longer apologising that he was very sorry for his actions, but also said he was going to get an arranged marriage. Welcome to Overwatch, everyone. These themes of decline and falling views for the Overwatch League continued into 2022, even though the meta of the game was a little bit more competitive and that a different team actually won the league that wasn't the San Francisco Shock, the views still couldn't be recovered. This was until the playoffs. The playoffs somehow dragged so many viewers back to the Overwatch League that the Overwatch 2022 Grand Final was the second most watched game in Overwatch League history. This was potentially due to the fact that the 2022 season was played on Overwatch 2 and not the old Overwatch 1. On top of this, it was able to be played in a LAN setting. In conclusion, the Overwatch League was an innovative and first of its kind project which has been hindered in its capacity to grow due to numerous reasons. From a certain pandemic to awful game balance, and from the devs all the way down to simply rival competitions coming and grabbing the attention of new viewers. For example, the uprising of the Valorant leagues. Fortunately, through internal troubles and external eventualities, the Overwatch League, such as many great things, has fallen to a shadow of its former self, struggling to pull 40,000 views on its main stream, with teams desperately looking for a way to get out of the league, such as Chengdu, who've left as of recording and have officially pulled out. Unless Blizzard can revive the game, it's bye for now.